Today is October, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we might have looked to the lectionary to give us a reading, maybe from Genesis, about Dinah. Dinah was assaulted, and her brothers then took her assault and used it for their own political gain. Or we might have read about Tamar in 2 Samuel. Tamar lived in the household of King David, and she was assaulted by King David's son, who was her half-brother. And then, sort of predictably, on his demise, she was blamed. But this is all that hits a little too close to home right now. And I think that's why I really like the first two readings that we had today, because they're laments. And laments deal with the aftermath of trauma. They teach us what to do, how to respond. Our psalm is a lament, and in a psalm of lament there are three parts. In the first part, we're looking for God. We cry out for God to be close to us. My God, why have you forsaken me? The second part is where we pour out our grievances. It's where we pour out our pain. We say out loud to God all the things that are killing us inside. And then by the third part, we come around to praise and thanksgiving and love for God again. Now, in our reading, the way the lectionary chose our verses today, we don't get the third part. That starts at verse 21, and we end here on verse 15. But starting in verse 21, the psalmist says, I will tell my brothers and sisters of your name, all the ends of the earth will know you. The poor will eat and be satisfied. And that is a picture of our journey. When we journey into this valley of darkness, we come back around full circle to God. To travel this road through this valley of despair and come back again. And we'll come back to God as changed people because we've just been through a lot. But we'll come back stronger and with renewed faith. Now, in the Hebrew scripture reading from Job, poor Job. Job has lost everything by this point, and he is really looking for his day in court. The problem is, he can't find the courthouse. He can't even find the judge. Oh, that I knew where I might find him. Now, Job was a righteous man, and he had many, many blessings. He had a big family, he had lots of land, he had lots of cattle and sheep, and one by one it was all taken from him. He had lost everything, but he hadn't lost his hope. But right now, at the beginning of our reading, he's desperately lonely for God. He's got this ache inside for God. He said, my heart is faint. And I think that aching inside can resonate with us on a deep, deep level. But Job holds on. He says, no, I'm holding on to God. His friends come and say, well, you must have done something. You wouldn't have all this trouble if you were guiltless. He says, I did not. I am not at fault. He says, I will hold to my integrity till my last day. My heart does not reproach me for any of my days. He holds on, and in that hope, he's got this great faith kindled. And his great faith leads him to say in chapter 19, he says, I know that my Redeemer lives, and that at the last day he shall stand upon the earth, and I shall see him in my flesh. And my eyes shall see God. My eyes. What Job is saying is that no matter what happens to us in life, God is still God. God doesn't lose people. God doesn't abandon us. When we experience assault, there's a lot of shame put on us by our friends, by society. There's a stigma because we don't know enough about what it really is. We don't know how to respond. But what we need to know is that there's also a physiological response. There's a real biological response. Our paleomammalian cortex, the most ancient part of our brain, releases this flood of hormones when we have an assault on our dignity. So we can say to someone, it's not your fault. And it rarely is. But it's hard to claim that. It's hard to accept that when your hormones are raging. Now, at the end of Job's reading, we're still on the ash heap with him. Our psalm leaves us laying in the dust. But we've learned how to lament, how to bring our troubles to God, to say them out loud. Like we're calling mom we call mom on the phone when we're at college, complaining about all the bad things that are wrong. We can talk to God that way, even when we feel like we can't find God. Because God never abandons us. And we have to remember that biological part. This shame that we feel is, again, it's not our fault. I worked for a time at the Domestic Violence Safe House in Annapolis County. And there you meet women from all walks of life. Domestic violence isn't something that happens to them. It's closer than you think. And what you learn is that men can suffer from domestic violence as well. I had a call this week from a friend who's suffering emotional and not physical abuse. But the children always suffer. Children will suffer behavioral changes, psychological changes, academic problems. We just had a seminar over in the fellowship hall. Kenyatta Jensen is the director, the coordinator of the Safe House here in Anne Arundel County, director of outreach for the YWCA. She said children who are raised in violence are 1,000 times more likely to commit violence against another person or become in a relationship that includes violence. It's a complicated issue. You say, well, why don't you just leave? And this twisted idea of control, this control paradigm is so twisted, there are a number of reasons why she might not leave. She probably has her money tightly controlled. She's probably worried about the kids. What if the judge believes him? What's going to happen to the children? Who's going to get custody? She might literally have nowhere to go. So what do we do? How do we reach out? First of all, we get educated. We find out what the resources are that are available to us. Now, in our situation here at St. Margaret's Church, the YWCA of Anne Arundel County is the go-to place for everything related to domestic violence and sexual assault. They have counselors for children, they have therapy, they have legal help for restraining orders, peace orders, and they have a safe house, the only place in the county where you can go that's safe. It's operated in conjunction with the police. We have cards in this lavatory and in the women's bathroom and fellowship hall that list all the numbers of the YWCA. We have them on the office desk over in the admin building. You can collect one, keep it in your wallet. Because you might see one. You can't hesitate to say, is everything okay? We have to reach out. If we don't speak these words of support, how is a victim going to know that we care? If we as a church don't reach out, how are they going to know that we're there to support them? It's hard to reach out. We stay silent. It's a stigmatized thing, and we tend to talk about it behind closed doors. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. Did you hear about that? But that's not the proper response. We have to be willing to reach out. So the biggest thing is to get ourselves educated about what's available in the county and how to do this. The YWCA has all manner of resources available. And it's a matter of being open to love, being willing to step out. Being willing to reach out to someone. If you haven't seen someone in a few weeks and you think something might have been going on, it doesn't hurt to reach out, touch base. Say, hey, was thinking about you. Everything okay? There are lots of steps that we can take. And the first one is to be willing to open ourselves to loving another person who might be in trouble. This is what Jesus told us to do. And he said how many times, over and over, do not be afraid. And today he might have added, do something. Amen.
Amen.